Welcome back to another Lorcana video. Today we have once again on pre-release Lorcana Attack of the Vine. We have ourselves a treat today because we have a booster box. It's the first booster box we've ever ripped on this channel or even outside of this channel. So we're definitely hyped and excited. So stay tuned for all of the hits. So we've gotten our hands on a booster box. How did we get that during pre-release? Well, if you saw our video, we were there, guys. We were there to acquire not only the Attack of the Vine products, but as well as the Curator's Collection, which we plan on keeping and holding a few boxes. So we may make a video on that if we decide whether or not to open up the product and get the cards graded. We're still considering that. But today our focus is solely on Lorcana, the booster box. We purchased this last Friday at Downtown Disney during pre-release for $143 before tax. So I was told by Zach, who got us into Lorcana, that this may be one of the rare times that we ever get our hands on a booster box without having to pay, through the roof on the secondary market. So we got this for retail at $143. So here we go. All right, so the seal has been broken. Now, the rumor has it that an Enchanted is lurking in these boxes. So hopefully that'll be the case for us. We've never pulled an Enchanted, and we'd love to do so today. So there are these cards. As you know, our appreciation for Lorcana has grown because of the beautiful artwork on these cards. So, a lot to admire. And of course, we may slow down if we make a mistake. I'm asking for apologies at the get-go if we make a mistake in regards to naming the wrong symbols, okay? Then please excuse us, because we are still learning on this channel in terms of what their different rarity symbols are. All right, so without further delay, you could see a bunch of packs. Hopefully an Enchanted awaits. There's the iconics that we're looking for too, right? The Belle and the Beast one, the Lilo and Stitch. The Enchanteds, I'm looking for, many people are not saying this, I'm a Todd and Copper fan. I'm looking for that, but I know there's other good ones as well. All right, first pack. Let's get to it. Let's pull some heat. Lorcana Attack of the Vines, and we're going to attack these cards right now. And as you know, at the end is usually when we get the nice cards. Here now with the uncommons, we are going to see the rares. There is the Attack of the Vine. A nice foil one of this would be nice. Ooh, there it is. A super rare of Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. And a foil. Ooh, it's a common, but it's a foil of Woody. Is how we end that pack. We like that. All right, Woody on the foil. It's a common, but it is a foil. All right, on to the next one. Otherwise, we'll be talking up a storm and admiring these cards and not getting through a bunch of these packs. This is the most that we've ever opened of Lorcana in terms of packs here, okay? All right, here we go. A nice one as well. Darkwing Duck. Beautiful art. There's a Russell. You'd take a Russell. And Doug. And, ooh, what is that? That one is a nice one lurking. All right, here we go. This is a legendary of Christopher Robin. Hello, Christopher Robin. And oh, we have a epic. We have an epic to follow of Jasmine. Nice one. Look at that. Look at that. That is a beautiful card, guys. We got a nice to get a legendary and an epic in the same pack. There you go. We will take that. Good way to start our rip there. And look at this. See how that gloss comes off? That is beautiful. That's why, if you ask me, the art on these cards trump the art on Topps Chrome. However, the value of these Topps Chrome Disney cards does exceed that of the Lorcana cards, at least for now. All right, that was pack number 2. We got a epic there and a legendary. All right. Piglet. Nice ones of Monsters, Inc. Here we go. Ooh, nice cards there. Our stack is growing. There is a rare of Alpha. Ooh, there we go. We have another legendary of Quackerjack. Quackerjack. There you go. And, ooh, we've got a rare foil of Nobody Like You. All right. That's not Sid, is it? Okay. Is that Sid, guys? Let me know. All right, on to the next one. We are getting right through these. Attack of the Vine. Let me know, guys, if you've opened up your own packs of Attack of the Vine, what was your greatest hit? So definitely, if you've opened your own booster box, let me know, guys. All right, here we go. And for our sports guys, thank you for joining us on this. You know, Zach Main Collectibles, we open everything. And definitely with the release of Topps Chrome Baseball, we will be opening that as well. If not, later today, tomorrow, there is a rare, and we've got a super rare, Rapunzel, and just a foil of Prophetic Vision. All right, continuing on. So yes, we were part of the mayhem at Downtown Disney, and there is a video out for that. Check that out. We'll go ahead and put a card up too if you get a chance. Check that out and see that to acquire this box, it took us 5 hours, okay? That's just in line. All right, that doesn't include the preparation, waking up early, and driving for an hour to get to the Downtown Disney area. There's a rare. Ooh, we got cards flying off here. That is a rare of Hey Hey. If you've seen the new Moana movie, Hey Hey's there. All right, another rare of Buzz Lightyear. I like that one. Wish it was a foil. And the super rare, a foil of, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. I like it because this one is a foil version of it. All right. All right, continuing on. And at the end, guys, there's so many packs, we will do a recap of all the hits. And who knows, if I fail to sleeve something up, that's a hit. Let me know. I struggle to open up this pack right here. Okay. All right, here we go. But yeah, check out that video of us standing in line, and of course, Zach Meglin crew was rewarded with a Downtown Disney corn dog, as well as the new viral King's Hawaiian Bread cinnamon roll. All right, there is a rare right there. Grandma. Mushu. Mushu on the legendary. We pulled Mushu before. I think we pulled a legendary. And on a foil, common of Roz. Roz from Monsters, Inc. All right. Moving right along. Stay tuned, guys, because on this channel, we like to give things away. I know you probably may be new to the channel, but we do like to give things away. And since this is a Lorcana product, which we are all on top of before its actual release later this week, we are giving away a chance at getting your very own booster pack. All right? And simply, you just need to do the following. There's a super rare right there. Another one. Leo, oh, that's a nice one. I'd like to get a foil one of this one. And speaking of foil, on the rare of Vixie. So in order to qualify for our giveaway, number one, you need to be subscribed to the channel. Easy enough. Hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell because we do have more Attack of the Vine products to rip as well. As we continue on here with our rip, we're going to have a stack of base cards. So if you're interested in any of these base cards, let me know as well. You may be able to strike up a deal. And I know Lorcana has a nice international following. There's Ursula on the rare. Peter Pan looking strong on this rare. And on the foil, common Buzz Lightyear. Ooh, I know it is a common, but it's a nice looking Buzz Lightyear. I like the foil cards. All right, on to the next stack right over here. Still waiting, still hoping for that iconic or enchanted. So as I was saying, in our giveaway, we are going to be giving away this bad boy right here. This booster pack is reserved for one of our subscribers. Hit that notification bell, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and then you need to like this video. Easy enough. Hit that like button right now. You need to watch this video to the end, which we hope will reward you with a banger at some point. And you need to hype or share this video. There's a rare of Ming Li. Another one of Maid Marian. And on the foil, you saw it on the advance, Violet Paw right there from The Incredibles. All right. And finally, you need to comment. In the comment section, we usually like to ask some questions to engage you. So you stay tuned for those questions. And if you do all that, including answering the questions, you will be automatically registered for our giveaway. All right. Continuing on. There's our guy, Todd, all right, with the vine all over in his mouth. There's a super rare of Carl. And another one of Source of the Vine. And a foil of You've Got Some Punch right over there. It's Aladdin and Genie. Okay. Continuing on. Looking for that Enchanted. This is not looking like a God box, okay? I've heard that in some boxes they've been loaded with more than one Enchanted. I think 3 was where I saw before. Okay, here we go. But cool looking design on the cards, as mentioned. All right, we go to the end, and we are seeing the rare of Maximus. Ooh, Scar. Scar going hard with the legendary. That is a nice looking card of Scar. All right, we got to sleeve that one up. Put that one up for display. That is a cool card. And then we've got, on the rare foil, we've got Sprout. Okay, our stack is getting really high. We'll put this off to the side. Okay, moving right along. So probably a good time to ask one of our questions. We usually like to ask 2. So one of our questions we will ask in a bit. All right, there is a rare from Up. You can see another rare, and then on the foil of Discarded Armor, there you go. Now, I guess our first question will be, as a Lorcana collector, if you ripped your own Lorcana product, doesn't have to be from this set, it could be from Wilds Unknown, Fabled, other previous sets. What is the greatest pull, all right, from Lorcana that you've been able to have? All right, what's your greatest Lorcana pull? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear that. That is question number 1. Stay tuned for question number 2. All right. Now, if you have not, or you're new to Lorcana like I am, and you haven't had a chance to rip your own, and we may be influencing you to do so, then tell me what your dream pull would be, okay? That'd be easy enough. What would be your dream pull if you have not done your own rips of Lorcana? All right, we got a super rare coming up right there. Ooh, we've got a legendary of Dash and Violet. Nice one right there. It's a legendary foil. We like that. We're learning, guys. We're learning the terminology, okay? But bear with us when we do misstep. All right. Okay, continuing on. Still looking. We'd like to get a more epics, but definitely want to get that Enchanted. Can we get that Enchanted? All right. Now, if you think about products, if I compare this, because we've gotten, you know, sports products on hobby boxes or booster boxes. We've purchased even things from Pokemon, all right, just for our collection to keep. And 143, that may seem like a lot, but compared to sports, it's definitely an affordable price. So, but of course, I think these booster boxes are reselling for close to 200 right now. But with the possibilities in these boxes, the beautiful artwork, definitely worth the rip. All right, there's a rare, another rare, and we have a Donald Duck on the foil. Cool looking card. It's just a common, but it's a nice card on the foil. All right. Continuing on, Attack of the Vine. So this is probably one of our longer videos because we have a lot of packs, and who doesn't want to rip a bunch of packs? So, thank you for sticking with us. Darkwing Duck. You could see some of the inspiration for this here. Some nostalgia. Some of your favorite Disney movies probably come to mind as we're ripping this product. Beast's Castle. There's a nice one. There you go. We got another legendary. We got Woody and Buzz. All right. Oh, what's behind that, guys? Is it another epic? Oh, it is an epic. So look, just like we had the Jasmine and Christopher Robin duo, we've got an epic. Woody and Buzz. So we had the legendary followed by the epic of, ooh, Winnie the Pooh. That card hits hard. Look at that. Look at that shine. Excellent. And we got the Buzz before it. Let's go. These are beautiful cards. All right. This is one of the reasons we got into Lorcana, because just look at the beauts. We're running out of stands, guys. All right. So we got a epic, right, of Winnie the Pooh. And we did get a legendary. I think we're going to have to pull some of our stands here. All right. We got a bunch of packs still left. Let's go. Can we get that first Enchanted on the channel? Both on and off camera? Is that possible? Can we wish it into existence? And stay tuned, because we have one more question to ask to get you qualified for our giveaway. Piglet. All right. These commons, they're commons, but they look nice. But they're lead up usually to something special. There's a rare, super rare, foil, and there you go. All right, so we're on to the last stack, guys. Here we go. Can we get that Enchanted? Can we sing One Enchanted Evening? All right, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Commons all over. Winnie the Pooh. All right, there is a rare. Ooh, okay, we got jumped ahead. We got Henry J. Waternoose. We got him before, I believe, on a, what was that on the pack? I think that was an epic. And we have Abu. Cool looking card of Abu. It's a foil card. We'll take it. Here we go. Continuing on. Attack of the Vine. So last time in our last video, we asked a question for our giveaway, and that was, what is the Enchanted that you are looking for in this product? Because we hope to hit it. All right, here we go. Pocahontas on the rare, super rare, foil rare. Ooh, nice one, a Buzz Lightyear. We'll sleeve it up. It's a foil. It's a rare. All right, on to the next one. So we're all over Attack of the Vine. Like I said, it isn't officially released for a few days. And you might be having to pay more at your local card store or even on the secondary market like eBay for these. So we're fortunate to get them for the retail price. There are a rare of Mrs. Incredible, another one of Grandma Wu, and a common but a foil of Sheriff of Nottingham. All right, so we are down to what? 5 packs. And still no Enchanted. Can we finally hit an Enchanted? Sully. Let's get it. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it in this pack, huh? Let's get it. Where is that Enchanted? Ooh, okay. We're getting a legendary. Is that, and that's, we're sort of getting it early on, right? Ooh, okay. We're getting a double legendary. Oh, okay. So we got a legendary of Mickey and Minnie. We got a legendary of Violet and Dash. We got this one already. So 2 legendaries in the pack. And we have a Priya Mangal of a, what is that? A foil, okay? So we thought, hey, 2 legendaries. All right, maybe, just maybe, we were going to get a Enchanted. All right, here we go. Coming down the home stretch. Positive vibes. Let's get that full art, which means we either have an iconic or an Enchanted. All right, let's go. We need to pull some heat here at Zach Meglin Collectibles. And there's Merlin on the rare, super rare, and a foil of Piglet. Okay, 3 packs. Get that Enchanted, guys. Let's get it. All right, here we go. All right, we have a rare. We have another rare. We have a foil of Boo. And there you have it. All right, so we're down to 2 packs. So we should ask our final question. All right, our final question is, you could see the different characters coming out of there. We've got Woody and Buzz. You can see a lot of pairs, right? And that's what is to be expected in these Enchanteds. So Woody and Buzz, Dash and Par, Pooh with Christopher Robin, all these different people. Who's the pair, all right, that you art-wise are looking forward to being able to either collect or see in this product, all right? Which is your favorite pair or duo in this product that you really want to be able to collect or be able to pull? Is it Mike and Sully? All right, let us know in the comments, and that final question will qualify you for our giveaway. Here we go. Lumpy, rare, Woody. Another rare of, and we're going to finish with Captain Hook on the foil. All right, so we're down to 1 pack. Can we get it, guys? Can we get it? Can we have some last pack magic? We've done it before in other products. Can we do it in Lorcana? Let us find out. All right, here we go. First booster box ever ripped on and off camera of Lorcana. We've had some great hits so far, but we need the culmination into a Enchanted. There is a rare. We have a super rare. And finally, ooh, it's Mrs. Incredible on the foil. So no Enchanted. Alright, so stay tuned for here's a recap of some of our hits. I'm going to start with the foils. I didn't go through every rare or super rare. There's another pile of those, but go with the foils. And they run the gamut between commons, uncommons, and rares on the foils, but these are the cards that pop out. So quite a bit. So this, like I said, we've never ripped this many packs of Lorcana. There's a nice one of Pooh on a super rare. But cool cards, cool designs. And then we're going to get to the more interesting cards here. Alright, starting with our legendaries. Look at that Scar card and see how it pops. And then we've got Dash and Par. I think we got 2 of them on the legendary. Christopher Robin. There's a Woody and Buzz. You can see the duel over there. We got Quackerjack. I don't know who Quackerjack is. We got Quackerjack. We got Mushu. We got him last time. And we have also Minnie and Mickey. Another duo. Alright, we have the last one that we have on the legendary is Dash and Violet for the second time. And then our best hits have to be the epics. Alright, we got Winnie the Pooh. This card really pops. And we got a nice one of Jasmine. So no Enchanteds in our first. Does that mean we got to rip another one, guys? We just might have to. So don't forget to register for our giveaway. This pack may have an Enchanted. We don't even know it. But it's going to go to 1 lucky subscriber. So good luck with that, guys. And stay tuned. We've got more of these loose packs to rip open. And who knows, we may just do another booster box as well. All right. Thank you for joining us. Take care until the next one.